In the name of Allah. And yesterday we spoke about PHP arrays and the types of arrays and also some examples in arrays. And also we spoke about the indexed arrays, accessing indexed arrays. Now we need to learn about associative arrays. Associative arrays. PHP associative arrays. Associative arrays are arrays that use named keys that you assign to them, or the arrays that store their elements as key and value pairs. As key and value pairs. As example, in previous session we spoke at this is an associative array that we have a key like brand and the value like Fort. And the usage declaration is the same way as we do at the indexed array, but in indexed array we only store values and then we access using the array indexes. But in associative arrays we access records using the keys only. And also we can use the indexes too, but we use trap keys. We have a key and value pair. We have a key and value pair. So how we can access an associative array? To access an array item, you can refer to the key name. So how you can create first, then how we can access them. So we need to start our zomp and wamp. What is wrong with this? Port 18. خب پورت 80 بند است. پورت 80 چه است؟ بند است. برای حل از این باید ما چی کنیم؟ بیایم در CMD و در اینجا نوشته کنیم net start. فارسی گفته رسیم بچه. So our port 18 is blocked. Says Apache shut down unexpectedly. This may be due to a blocked port missing dependencies or resources. And as we see net set, port 18 is busy with system. Port 18 is busy. Why it's busy? Because I have installed Microsoft SQL Server. Microsoft SQL Server. And that's why my port 18 is busy on that place. So I need to stop it. I need to stop this port. How I can do this? Come on CMD, write net start -ano and write it. Now find port 18. So we have port 18 with PID 4. We need to kill this one. For killing this one, we need to write a start menu with the command prompt with administrative access. Run as administrator. Now we need to write task kill / force kill -PID. Then our PID was number 4. Access denied. So our port access has been denied. Like we can't kill even with a forced one. We can't kill it even with forced one. Why? Because it's a system process. So in this time, then we can't access the port 18. We can't access the port 18. What's the solution? Solution is to change the port. Come on config and config the Apache httpd.conf. Click save and search for 18. Control F 18. Whenever you found 18, place 18, one more 18 to it. 18 and 18. 80 is. So one more 80. Search the next place where it is. Another place. We have server name and localhost 18. We need to change this to 80. Another 80. Another location if found. Good if not. SNF. Save this. Control S. And now if we start, there's no problem. It will start. But the access has been changed now. We can't access this, trap this link. Why? Because this page will not be found. We need to put a port for this. We need to put a port. How we can put colon, then your port 18 and 18, then class project. After that, there's the solution for if you have installed Microsoft Server SQL Server, then port 18 will be blocked. Port 18 will be block it using the system with PID number 4. Even if with administrative privilege of CMD, we can't kill this task. We can't kill this task. Why? Because it's a system task. So when this problem comes, you comes to non on config, then aperture, then search for 80. Search for 18. Find it and replace with something else. Not only 18, 18, maybe 81, 82, 83, 84. The port that's not busy, and here search the ports should not be easy. If you refresh this one now, port 80 busy with system, and port 43 is HTTPX. The same way we have port 1818 that httpd.exe, that's Apache server, that running Apache server with PID number 13156. You can kill this task, but not the task that assigned with a system task. 445 is a system task with PID 4. Both of them are on SQL Server or IIS. They are busy. So now our project is accessible. So in the last session, we worked on indexed arrays. Then we accessed the arrays and also we changed the array elements. We changed the array elements using the index numbers. Now we need to write an indexed array, an associative array. How I can do? Let's do AC associative array. Then write the array and type the values. What are the values? The key first. First, the key, then the value with as equal sign and greater than, then the value. The value. Anything you have. Instead of this key and value, you can write anything that you want. So how we can access this? We need to mention the key. How? I want to echo the array. What's array? My array is associative array. Then instead of writing 1, 2, 3, this, we need to write the key. The key is case sensitive, I think. So now we can reach the key. Now we have printed the value. Using the key, we can also put the 0 in here. You can also put a 0. But what does it say? It says that undefined array key in 0. Why undefined? Because this is an associative array. This is an associative array. For an associative arrays, we need to have key and value pairs. We need to have a key and value pairs. Instead of the index numbers, we have keys. We can access trap keys. So what's the key? Here I mentioned the key only, the key itself. Let me comment the up down codes. Oh, lots of codes. I think we have worked in last sessions. So now the value is printed. You can also loop trap them. You can also loop trap these if you have lots of them. Like you have maybe name value is Ahmad. Another element, last name, the value is maybe something like Ahmadi. And the next item is age. And the value is like 13. You can loop trap this one. How you can loop? You can use the for each loop. For each, then your array, associative array as your key and value and value, key and value. Anything else you can put instead of the keys and values. Then you can echo them. You can do echo on them. How you can echo? Like print key and concatenate this one with another, and then here you can do value. Oh, it will print this one. It says that name Ahmad, last name Ahmadi, age 13. Let me do a BR, break line. For age of name, I put a break line. For better readability, I want to put a break line. Now it says name Ahmad, last name Ahmadi, age 13. Name is the key, value is the Ahmad. Last name is the key, value is Ahmadi. How we did? We loop it around them. The best way to access the array element is loop, to access all of them. And the best loop is for each loop. The best loop for this is the for each loop. If you want only get the keys or the values, you can put only one element here, not both of them. But it's better to have the key and value, and you're free to choose to print the value or the key, or both of them, as we did the both of them printed. So there's an example for this. Now, changing value. Changing value. To change the value of an array item, use the key name. Use the key name. And indexed arrays, as we work it here, for changing an array element, we are putting the index number. We are putting the index number. But for this one, we need to put the key for this. We need to put the key. How we do? We do on the array itself, then the key for this. So the age, maybe putting 39, 13 or 30, 34. Now if I loop in this, instead of 13, I get 34. This is the way that we change the value of an array. We need to use the put. Accessing, changing, replacing, popping, or removing items, we use the. Okay, so you had a homework. You had a homework item. The homework was if an index number is different, what will be the new item that we push to an array using the array push function? Anyone work it on that? The homework? Ibrahim, Nurul Haq, Safi, you are busy. I said the homework was about the array push function if in a condition that the array items or the array indexes are different, not consecutive. They are different. Again, I assign you this homework once again for you to brought this for tomorrow. And also the last day for your third assignment is tomorrow. The second assignment, I think. The second or the third. The third assignment for PHP is tomorrow. If you bring, you will get the points. If not, sorry. And also the presentations for next week, as I said. So, changing value, trap the keys. Looping trap associative arrays, as we said in previous sessions also. You can loop trap this array keys, array elements, and also as I work at here, you can access them, trap the loops. You can access them, trap the loops. And as I said here, you are free to choose the key to be printed or the value to be printed. But the best thing is to print the values, not the keys, when you are working on a database. When you are working on a database, we will come on tomorrow about the PHP forms, form handling, form validation, required email, and also file uploading, creating, writing files, cookies, and tomorrow we'll speak about forms. And before learning forms or before my descriptions, you should have a bit knowledge about forms. So for tomorrow, be ready for this and great. So creating arrays. How you can create arrays? You can create using the function array. You can create using the function array as we did, and also you can use the bracket. You can use the bracket, not assigning like this, but you can create an array like this, my array, my arr, then put only brackets, then put the values 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. This is also an array, indexed array, and also you can do associative array like this. You can put 1 like 10, 2 like 20. This is also an array. You can assign this way with brackets or with array function. The best way is to do using the array function, but the easiest to use do it taraf brackets only. You are free to choose which one you want to do. It's easy. And also you can put multiple lines on arrays. Just the importance is that they're putting comma for separating items. You can loop this. Yeah, you can loop this. Do for each loop, for each $my ARR as my A, yeah, my, and then echo my. Now you can loop this. Loop 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's it. You can do this also as key and value pairs. As key and value pairs. And then point only value. Only prints the values. What do you want to bot? You can print both of them. The usage is that you can use the for each loop to access the loop, the index elements. So, hello, trailing comma. A comma after the last item is allowed. A comma after the last item is allowed. In arrays, you can put a comma after the last element. You can put a comma after the last element. That's called a trailing comma. A trailing comma. It will not generate an error for you. It will not generate an error for you. Array keys. You can assign the keys and value pairs also from the brackets as we did here. 120 to 10 like this. You're putting any value, anything you can do using the elements. So, and also you can declare an empty array and then push values. Declare an empty array and then push values to its the. So let's work on an empty array on your assignment like this. My empty array or my empty emp. Then assign this an empty value. Then we put some values to this. We put some values. Which how we can put, just write your array name, then the index number, like index 0 should be value 1. My emp index number 10 should be value 2. My emp index number 20 should be value 3. So what will be the output if I loop through my array? I have different index numbers. I have different index numbers. I want to do array push. Array push. So let's firstly echo for each loop, for each my emp as emp. Then echo this one, echo emp. Now let's see what will be the output. Output is 1, 2, 3. So now I want to push this value. I want to push a value. I want to push a value. As your homework was, array push. Then you need to define an array, my AR, my MP, then a new value like 13. So what will be the index for 13? What will be the index for this one? What will be the index? Anyone? We have 13. We have an index 0, index 10, index 20. Now we are pushing a value. Now we are pushing a value to our array. As we know, push inserts after the last index, yeah? After the last element. So now we have different index numbers. What will be the index for this value? Anyone? 13? You? 13? 30 is the value. 30 is not the 1. Let's do this. Echo, oh, let's var dump it. Var dump my emp. Var dump is better for reading the array elements. Now let's see. So, as we said, it will insert after the last element. After the last element. So our latest index is 20. Now I push it to 13, yeah? It says 21. It's 10, it's 0. But our indexes are empty. We don't have other index. You have only 4 elements. One is index 0, 2 is in index 10, 3 is index 21. While we push this, it inserts into insert 21. Why it's in the last inserts? It inserts in the latest or the last index number. So we have different indexes, yeah? We have 0, 10, 20. Let's do this like 8. Now what you think? What will be the output? Index number for 13. We have 0, 10, 8. It will be 9. You sure? It will be 9. Let's see. Anyone agree on 9? The last index is? The last index is 10. So how it can be 11? Shahram says 11. Let's see. Yeah, it's 11. Why? Because the last index is 10. It's not correctly inserted, but the last index is index 10. The highest index number is number 10. As I push, inserts after the last index, not the last item. Inserts after the last index. So the maximum index is 10. If you're pushing another thing, the index number goes to 11 after the last one. Clear? This was your homework to do research on that. But unfortunately, no one brought this. No. So the same goes for associative arrays. You can declare the array and then add items to add, and you can add items, mix and arrays. You can have multiple arrays also. You can have multiple arrays in single array. Another topic is access array items. We already said update array items. We already said array items. We already said removing array items. So adding array items was using the array push. Yeah, the array push. Now, but for removing, we have an array item that's array splice. What's an array splice? So for array splice, I think time is also enough. For deleting array items, sorting array items, or sort to a sort to k sort to multidimensional arrays and array functions, we will come next day. Your homework for Wednesday is searching about super globals. Super globals. First is globals, server, request, post, get. For Wednesday. For Wednesday, your homework is to do a research on super globals. The global itself, the server, the request, the post, and the get. Handwriting. Doing research and also handwriting. Clear?